Out in the dust, where the balefires burn, idols of stone and the altars of marble turn. Jesus walked in with a whip made of words, drove out the money men, overturned their hordes. My house is for prayer, he thundered like flame, but the priests of the temple just spat out his name. They wore the robes, kept the scrolls, claimed the line, yet their hearts bowed to Baal and drank sacrificial
How's it going, everybody? Side's Shadow Games Report. Doing what part are we doing? I don't even know. Part 4. Part 4 of Assassin's Creed Rogue today. Happy early Thanksgiving. If anybody is starting their week early with any festivities. I know some people like to get started a little bit early. Everybody's getting their food prepared right now, getting everything ready for the table. I I've been I've been splurging all my money and all these Black Friday deals, and I keep finding new deals, and I'm just like, dude, stop it, stop it! I'm spending money I don't have. It'd been really cool if we got those tariff rebate checks before Black Friday, but you know, why not wait another 8 months while we just try to figure out if this economy is going to get any better, if we're actually going to see any real benefits from these tariffs, or if we're actually just going to pay it through, well, the cost in the store. Um, Lots of speculation what is driving up cost lately. Lots of speculation around whether it's illegal immigration or if it's, just heightened costs from tariffs, where tariffs are going on to the goods overseas and then therefore coming back onto the product cost. It's just kind of simple logic once you think about it that way. Why it might be happening. But, I'm not going to claim I'm an economist and I know what the hell's going on, because I don't think anybody really knows for a fact. I think we're all just kind of guessing, and we're hoping that we're right half the time, and some of us just happen to be more right than others. So, I see more conspiracy theorists right than the experts these days, so I'm just like, well, why do you even call them experts? Anyways, we're going to do about 30 minutes to an hour, maybe an hour and a half of news today. I didn't have a show yesterday, so we got lots of news to catch up on. I'm going to try to cover everything that I missed. Actually, I didn't even have a show, I don't think, last Friday either. And that's whenever Marjorie Taylor Greene just happened to, I guess, drop out altogether. I don't know if she's leaving the Republican Party or what, but she is leaving her position by the beginning of next year. I guess she felt the pressure from the Trump administration. I don't think that she was threatened, but maybe she was inadvertently threatened through different death threats that she had received, at least allegedly. This is all alleged. I'm just going by her testimony to some degree. But anyways, let's go ahead and get to these headlines and we'll jump into the content. Trump pardons Gobble and Waddle in White House turkey ceremony. I think that just happened not too long ago. Bukele challenges Johnson's view on incarceration and crime. I believe this is the Johnson in Chicago, if I'm not mistaken. Woman severely burned in Chicago train attack by repeat offender. I want to say that's also tied to the same story here, because we had the mayor coming out speaking on the matter. I didn't actually watch it, so I don't know too much about it yet. New policies lower national park fees for U.S. residents starting 2026. National park fees? Like what? You are paying park fees? I live in Tennessee, so I'm just like, I don't see half the madness that other blue states do, but, half the time it drives those people out of those states into our states, and they bring part of their madness with them, and that's where I normally see it. It's not like I'm actually experiencing it firsthand. I just know that blue states got the crazy regulations while we have the, I don't know, not so crazy. I don't know. The lefties can't really put much of a dent into Tennessee. They try. I feel like they have taken over Nashville for a large part, but they can't really seem to get much further than that, which is good. But I don't know. At some point, guys, we got to retake Nashville. We got to retake Nashville from all the evil influence that seems to have taken over the scene in recent years, moving out of California for certain. Where you have like even new conservative platforms moving into, or at least so-called conservative, let me put it that way, moving into Nashville from California. And honestly, they can go back. I don't, anybody that came from California can go back. New York, you're not as bad, but at the same time, if you're voting Mamdani in, which, I don't know, there's a two-sided coin to Mamdani. He is anti-Zionist, which, I can align with to some degree, but he's he's communist. He's not even a socialist. Like everybody calls him a socialist, and I'm just like, no, he's not. I mean, if socialism is racism now, then yeah, but communism has a little bit more of a history with, um, I don't know, being more discriminatory towards certain class groups and racial groups to a degree. I even think Marx was racist, if I remember correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. Michael Flynn urges young conservatives to get ready. Apparently, Michael Flynn has a son, too. He's starting to be more vocal. I think I reposted something from Michael Flynn's son last night. Michael Flynn, he is a little bit more anti-Israel. He's definitely more pro-American. That's one character I'm definitely glad to have on the pro-American side while speaking against Israel. I don't think he's like, I don't know. I would have to check to be sure because I don't want to tell you wrong. Like, everybody check into Michael Flynn real quick and make sure he's not a Zionist. I don't want to tell you wrong, but I'm pretty sure he has been very vocal. But at the same time, it's like you have Steve Bannon giving advice to Epstein recently, at least within their text messages, their text exchanges. It might be emails. It's one of the two. I can't remember if it's emails or it's text messages, but I want to say it was text messages between the two. You had Bannon actually coaching Epstein on how to get through all of this wildness before he was put in jail. And it's just odd. It's odd behavior. Here we think that Bannon was against it all this time, and then we see something like that. It makes you question, where is his loyalties? I even think Steve Bannon, what was he, a naval strategist? I want to say he was. And I want to say he even worked in China there for a little while. I want to say that he did gaming, like, video games in China for a while. I don't know to what extent. I think he worked for a company, but I'm not too sure if it was like a military operation or what. Who knows? FBI request interviews with 6 Democratic lawmakers over military illegal orders video. This is why I named today's video Double Agent Spies. Which I'm not saying they're entirely double agent spies, but it does just make you have to kind of question whenever you do have a large group of ex-intelligence coming out, putting a message like this, just makes you kind of question their loyalties. But at the same time, we've been questioning a lot of Trump's loyalties, which is also another reason why I named today's episode Double Agent Spies. We even had Alex Jones come out recently saying something along those lines that Trump could be like some player for some elite character. And I don't want to speak out of character here because this is kind of a slippery slope here. But he mentioned it, I want to say, over the weekend. And I mean, I'm not saying Alex Jones is 100% correct on this. I have no clue. But if he is, it's something to pay attention to. It means that there's a much deeper war going on underneath the surface, and there's different factions at war with each other right now, both inside our government, but also even overseas. And it's really hard to tell the just the playing board right now. If you were to think about this as a board game, like, who are all the characters? Who is fighting who? Who's your allies? This is stuff that you have to figure out all the time in video games. So it's just something good to kind of put into practicality, into real life, so that you can kind of understand how these pieces are moving against each other, and also how they have like different power-ups against each other. It's a political card game right now. And we're trying to see who has the power cards, who has the power over other players, and who can actually maneuver or outmaneuver other players to be the victor to some degree. And it's not like we want our allies to lose, but we do want to show them if we are going to fund anything for you, we are going to have power over you to a degree, because we're not just going to give you money freely. We have to have some type of accountability over our systems, or it's just like things just get haywire. But anyways, enough rant. Heg set to travel to Dominican Republic amid U.S. military buildup in Caribbean. Yeah, there's a strange buildup towards war with Venezuela. I'm not sure if this is like to go to war with the CIA. I'm still trying to figure out why we're doing this. I think many different political pundits are just kind of scratching their head over what the actual reason is. I watched a DEA, or at least a former DEA agent, give his take on the whole situation. And, he was just saying basically, and I don't know whose side he is on as well. He could be playing for a different faction against Trump right now. That's why I say there's different factions. You have to pay very close attention to different players and their moves right now, because there are different double agents, different spies in the network that are trying to subvert whatever type of good agenda that could come out of anything, really. And see, I think it's the people's job to constantly point out these things so that we can get things moved in our direction. These public figures, they're constantly trying to move things in their favor, but if you expose them for what they're doing, you can actually maneuver them to a degree. So, it's just a matter of being able to be vocal enough and powerful enough to get that message through to that individual so that you can move that player. We have to think about this strategically. I mean, I'm not the biggest Nick Fuentes fan, but I do appreciate his ability to reason with game theory, to try to build some type of strategy so that we can win a game and favor our own people. We all have team players in our own, in our team. Every team has people that you rely on in that team, and you try to benefit those players. I'm trying to benefit American players, but there is an extra degree where you want to benefit your own, I guess, cultural players to a certain extent. Ethical, and even racial. I guess I meant to say ethnic. I don't know what the word is. Is it ethnical? I don't think it would be. But just, your ethnicity, whether it's Christians or white people, and it's not just that even. It's just that, we want to grow all of our groups, not just white people. It's like if we have different groups in America and we live by the same values, we want to grow those groups, but it's obvious where we have to be a little bit more real on the criminals in our country, and either they have to get in line with the value system, or it's like we have to be as strict as El Salvador, that literally just rounded up all their gang members and threw them in jail. I don't want us to be a prison state, but if we can't handle this issue reasonably, there has to be some type of, mitigation towards this buildup of crime. But anyways, and let's be real about the whole Venezuela situation real quick. Tren de Agua, that's a Venezuelan gang. They have been, at least supposedly, within every single state in the United States. At least there's been some type of buildup. There was some report, I want to say it was either earlier this year or last year, and I remember talking about it. They were spotted and or tracked or traced through every single state in the United States. I think there was even like a bust. I don't know if it was Tren de Agua, but there was some other South American gang that was even picked up in Hawaii recently. This is a massive network, guys. It's not something to play around with. So it is good that we have DHS allegedly, rounding up these people. That could be another issue with the whole Venezuela. What is this, real quick? Rand Paul Trump movement will dissolve. Okay. Rand Paul says Trump movement will dissolve if Venezuela invaded. Ukraine gets more money. He sent more money today? I didn't see that part. Okay. Well, that's news to me. I didn't know Ukraine got more money today. That's not the best thing to hear. Um I this is the crazy part about reporting the news right now. I see so many contradicting news articles every single day. It's really hard for me to even tell you like what is true right now. Because it was only like yesterday that I was reading Trump was going to not send money or start to wind down, any type of weapons shipments or money towards Ukraine so that we could try to leverage Ukraine into some type of stalemate where they finally fold and then finally give a part of their territory to Russia. Maybe this is partly to squeeze Russia a little bit too. It's a very strange diplomatic game that Trump has been playing on both sides here because in one hand he's being very friendly to Putin and acting like they're buddy buddy. In the other hand, he's just really prolonging the whole situation. I mean, that's obvious. He's been funding all the wars that he said he would stop, and it's just like, is it to maintain the allyship? What is the point of him trying to prolong all this stuff? Is it just trying to make sure that our allies are happy, but that it looks organic in the sense that they just lose naturally through their own mistakes or their own decisions? That's what it kind of seems like, but I can't really make it out. Um, I mean, I watch experts all the time. Expert body language readers can't even read Trump half the time. So, um, your guess is as good as mine, really. Hegseth wants briefing on a review of Senator Kelly's conduct by December 10th. Memo says Senator Kelly is one of the, I guess, officials that are putting out the message of question your orders from the military. We still don't know what orders exactly that he was wanting us to question if they should be obeyed or not. It would be kind of more, I don't know, just reasonable. Might even be a better argument for him right now if he would come out and say why he said that. Is he expecting something? That's the biggest question here. If you're expecting for something big to happen, you might say something like that. But we never heard we never heard any argument like that. So he seems like he's scared. That's what it seems like. I don't know for sure. Something to be slightly worried about, maybe. I guess Democrats are moving towards Swalwell instead of Gavin Newsom for possibly running in California eventually. I want to say that Rep. Swalwell, he did announce his candidacy for governor of California. I might have to check that, but I want to say he did. But I mean, he was at the center of a scandal, which I guess nothing really came out of it, because it all seemed to happen under the Biden administration. He supposedly slept with a Chinese spy, allegedly. It's all alleged stuff. I'm not going to act like it's 100% true because I'm just reading stuff on the screen half the time. I'm just careful with my words just because, I don't know. You have different people being sued right now for just speaking wrongfully on different news topics, and it's just like, bro, we got our own opinions. We can plus we can make up jokes. It's not like everybody's just outright lying. Sometimes we make jokes, and sometimes we just want to we just want to laugh. We want to laugh at, Fang Fang getting the bang bang from Swalwell. She swallows well, I hear. I don't know. I'm just saying, that's what I've heard. Rep Swalwell sues Trump administration official over a mortgage fraud investigation. You can sue over that? You're just suing over stupid shit. That's why you really got to be careful with what you say. It's just like, you can barely make a joke just because these people are just so sensitive about the smallest things. I don't know. I guess, I don't know. To some degree, I want to protect my own reputation too so I can understand it. But at the same time, if whatever people are attacking you about, if it's true, it's hard to be able to, rebut that too well. EPA drops plan to strengthen limits on fine particle pollution. What does that even mean? Fine particle pollution. Well, that's probably a good thing. I don't even know what that means. Ukraine agrees to core terms of U.S.-led peace deal report. That's good. We need to check in on that for sure. Trump launches Genesis Mission AI project. I think that was yesterday that happened. Pentagon probes Mark Kelly. We just talked about that. Over a video urging troops to refuse illegal orders. Judge dismisses James Comey and Letitia James indictments over unlawful prosecutor appointment. And I want to say that Bondi was going to challenge that today. Maybe trying to, I don't think you can throw out an entire case just because of a particular prosecutor. But who knows? These things are just so flimsy, and half the time they just slow walk everything just so that it won't have to do anything. They'll just slow walk things until the next generation, or not generation, but administration. That's what I meant to say. U.S. formally designates Venezuela's Cartel de las Soles as foreign terrorist organization. That's also from yesterday. Just getting caught up a little bit from some of the previous news. Also trying to cover current news at the same time. Let's see, we got Bukele challenges Johnson's view on incarceration and crime. Johnson made the comment Monday alongside Governor J.P. Pritzker, arguing that America's high prison population hasn't curbed violence and calling the approach racist. Bukele countered by sharing charts of El Salvador's homicide rate dropping from over 100 per 100,000 in 2015 to 1.9 in 2024. After incarceration rates climbed above 1,000 or 1,400 per 100,000 under his 2022 emergency measures that led to 80,000 gang arrests, while the policy slashed murders and earned praise for protecting citizens from gangs like MS-13. Critics, including Human Rights Watch, highlight arbitrary detentions and prison abuses. The exchange highlights differing paths on crime, with El Salvador showing quick violence reduction amid human rights concerns. Yeah, Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson. I couldn't remember his name.
We cannot incarcerate our way out of violence. We've already tried that, and we've ended up with the largest prison population in the world without solving the problems of crime and violence. The addiction on jails and incarceration in this country, we have moved past that. It is racist, it is immoral, it is unholy, and it is not the way to drive violence down. We cannot incarcerate our way out of.
So, I want to say this is all coming out due to the fact that a woman was set on fire in Chicago. I believe it was a train station. He just came up to her and started pouring gas on her and completely let her ablaze. Very sad that you even have to worry about something like this, but it's just people were just standing around shocked, and I guess they didn't know what to do. Well, maybe we should take in the whole aspect of being a hero again. That was something that used to be very culturally accepted within the West, was just the whole idea of heroism, trying to save people. That's also something that's even kind of like led me back towards Christianity to some degree. It's just due to the fact that Jesus, I want to say the word Jesus actually means savior. That's something that people don't really think about enough. It was why I even started today's show with a song that is very Christian lyrics. It's important to just realize what he kind of stood for, and he was fighting against cults during his time period. Jesus was fighting against probably several cults of the time period. One cult in particular was the cult of Baal, the cult of Moloch, cult of, there's several of them that I could just keep on naming them off. There was tons that he was kind of competing against to a degree. And one thing that's not really taken note well enough of is that, certain bad Jews were exiled out of different areas at different time periods just due to the fact that they weren't following the values of their God. Jesus labeled them the synagogue of Satan. And like I've said before, he wasn't talking about the literal, I guess he was kind of talking about the character to some degree, but he was more or less talking about the characterization of these different cult members and what they kind of stood for. Like the cult of Baal, they're all about sacrifice, and there's different cults. There was the cult of Saturn, sacrificing children. I'm sure they probably teamed up with the cult of Baal to some degree. Same with Moloch and different cow worshipping type groups. There's tons of them. I can't just point at one particular group. But anyways, it kind of leads me to this particular conversation with Donald Trump. It makes you question, where is his particular loyalty on just this whole matter with Christianity and Judaism. There's lots of speculation that he may not be a Christian anymore, that he could have possibly converted to Judaism. A lot of people speculate it happened in 2017. Apparently, he did some type of ceremony, at least allegedly. I've shown the videos on my channel before, but I'm going to show this again. This is supposedly Trump accepting what's called the Torah crown by the Israel Heritage Foundation. So, and some say this is basically like the crown of like the Messiah. They basically will crown whoever they think is the Messiah. But anyways, let's go ahead and watch this real quick. And I'll even show you some of these other videos that kind of back it up a little bit.
Okay. Give thanks to Hashem for his work is good, his kindness endures forever. Presented to President Donald J. Trump for his extraordinary and heroic efforts to help the state of Israel and the Jewish people. He and his family should be blessed eternally from the Israel Heritage Foundation, July 10th, 2023. I want to thank you.
Okay, so there is one argument I have against all this. How many crowns has Trump received over the past few years? Not, just from one group, but several groups. I mean, we had Japan giving him, some type of or maybe it wasn't Japan. It was, who was it? Was it Taiwan? Maybe it was South Korean. It was some Asian nation. Just gave him a crown. I think it was like a month or so ago. It wasn't even that long ago. And Trump has been receiving lots of royalty gifts, might call them, from several different people throughout the United States. Or not the United States, I'm sorry. Throughout the world. Throughout the world. So that's my argument against this particular thing, but I'm not saying that, this could not mean that they're trying to crown him as the Messiah, because there's other evidence that could possibly mean that this might be what we think it is, at least what it looks like. So I don't know this. I want to say he's like a pastor, preacher maybe, that does a Christian show. I really like that we can play YouTube videos on X again. That's kind of nice.
Donald Trump converted to Judaism 2 years ago, according to White House official. There it is. That's his blog. He said, President Donald
I'm going to start this over.
Donald Trump.
Who is this guy again? I can't remember his name.
Trump converted to Judaism 2 years ago, according to White House official. There it is. That's his blog. He said, President Donald Trump converted to Judaism 2 years ago and joined Chabad Lubavitch Synagogue in New York City, according to a high-level White House official. Mr. Goldberg says the story has allegedly been held by CNN's editors for months, but is due to be released within the next few days. David Elias Goldberg, a fellow at the Jewish Center of Anti-Semitic Study, has also interviewed the White House source. According to the source, Trump was pushed by his daughter Ivanka and son-in-law Jared Kushner to join the faith. At first, Trump resisted, stating it would threaten his base of evangelical Christian voters. However, he had a change of heart and officially converted in early 2017. The ceremony was held in private and closely guarded for nearly 2 years. It appears the White House is prepared to slowly release this information, and by summer, it is expected Trump will fully address his new faith in an evening televised news conference. He is clearly the most pro-Israel president in the history of America. He's given Israel every single thing that they've wanted, and he's about to give them war with Iran. Okay. And so has he converted? So I want to show you one more article. This is, let me see if I can.
This is the Times of Israel.
Yeah, the Times of Israel. This was published March 22nd, 2019. This is the Times of Israel. Trump, the first Jewish president of the United States.
Now, that's not us saying that. That's Times of Israel. Times of what nation? Israel.
So the people in Israel, that's an English-speaking newspaper in Israel, and that's what they read, that Donald Trump is the first Jewish president of the United States.
And how did they qualify that, Rick?
They gave a list of things that he did for Israel.
First of one, of course, moving the embassy to Jerusalem.
That's right.
That was a big deal.
Then recognizing Israeli sovereignty over the Golan Heights. He's the first sitting U.S. president to visit the Western Wall. They gave him credit for defeating ISIS. They gave him credit for rebuking the United Nations for when the UN criticized Israel. They credit him with closing the Palestinian office in Washington, D.C. And they said these things, what is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, these 6 things qualify Donald Trump to be named the first Jewish president of the United States.
And that's what the Times of Israel said.
Again, that was not David Duke's newsletter.
Right.
It's a Jewish-owned newspaper. And they're proclaiming Donald Trump to be the first Jewish president of the United States. So now when you look at this David Elias Goldberg saying that a White House insider told him that President Trump converted to Judaism 2 years ago.
Suddenly it doesn't sound so crazy, does
Now
it?
it's not too crazy. And that CNN knows about it, and CNN is sitting on the story and will be releasing it at some point.
It was history's darkest hour. Millions of innocent, wonderful, and beautiful lives, men, women, and children, were extinguished as part of a systematic attempt to eliminate the Jewish people. It was the most savage crime against God and his children.
We were so deeply moved to see that picture of you touching the stones of the wall. And may I say, we were deeply moved to see First Lady Melania Trump touching the stone of that wall. And equally moved when we saw your daughter Ivanka and your son-in-law Jared do the same.
Okay, so let's just, what if it's true? What if it's true? What does that say to you, Doc?
That says to me there's been such a major shift in values in America. It's no longer Judeo-Christian values anymore. It's Judeo values now.
Yes. Yes.
It's actually well put. It's moving away from, I believe this is the article right here. This is the blog that he was referring to, that he was reading from. It's very strange. But I'm going to contrast this with what Alex Jones said here in a bit. I might even try to find that real quick after I talk about this particular post. Tucker Carlson calls Republican Party useless and vows opposition. On the Sean Ryan show this week, Carlson accused GOP figures of ignoring child protection, school grooming, and local overdevelopment like strip malls and vape shops while chasing donor money and foreign interest. He declared the party almost to the point where it's just useless. Okay. I'm just going to let him speak then.
And on the Republican Party, which is almost to the point where it's just useless, and I'm going to have to oppose it because I hate them too much, but because they're such betrayers. But anyway, in the Republican Party, it's like, you a socialist? Are you from Mondani? No, not really a socialist. Just, I don't want any more dollar stores. I don't want high density housing in my neighborhood. I don't want any more fucking strip malls that nobody goes to. No more karate studios and vape shops. Like, how about no? Oh, socialist? You don't believe in the free market? Because you...
I just want to point out real quick. Tucker Carlson has a nicotine pouch company. So all of the anti-marijuana stuff is, in my opinion, clearly attached to his agenda with trying to market his product. So, just realize that there's other contradicting studies out there, actually from government websites, that say the opposite, that marijuana actually helps Alzheimer's patients and actually might even not really reverse it, but it might slow it down. So just pay attention to any type of business interest whenever people make wild claims about certain things. Like, marijuana is not nearly as bad for you as smoking cigarettes. And that's mainly because of the arsenic and everything that's inside the product that, for whatever reason, ends up inside of it. I feel like there's probably cleaner ways that they could do it, but, since we are still going off a lot of older ways of doing certain things, just kind of leads it to where it's still unhealthy. Nicotine pouches, I think they're healthier. I don't think they have all the arsenic and everything else in with it. Nicotine is actually good for you in small doses. I wouldn't overdo it though, because I'm not personally too sure on how addictive it is or not. I'm not a smoker. I mean, I did hookah and stuff back in the day, but I never actually started smoking cigarettes. But anyways,
Bribed a fucking county commissioner to build more garbage? You don't even live here? Mm-hmm. In a normal society, we'd like burn your strip mall down. So you can't do that here. You can't turn my women into prostitutes. Sorry, OnlyFans. And you can't destroy the landscape that I live in. No. How about no? That's not crazy, is it?
No, it's not. I mean, no.
And you can't take all my tax dollars and then refuse to do anything about child molestation. Like the whole reason you exist, county commissioners, is to protect my daughters from getting molested. But you won't because, like, why?
It's very strange that Tucker Carlson and Nick Fuentes have been so much in the same boat lately. It's almost like they're friends now. They were pretty heavily against each other there for a little while, and then now it seems like they're just kind of hand in hand on different issues. It does kind of make me question, why does Nick Fuentes have a blue hat? I've been asking that on and off here lately. I'm just like, is this some type of, way of capturing MAGA and moving it back towards Democrats? That's a big concern that I kind of have with some of this divide. I don't want it to become that divided. I'd rather everybody kind of join together and go towards some type of third party. I would hope that Nick Fuentes would kind of recognize that, we need to kind of steer this away from both parties. But it's just, he'll have to realize that on his own. I mean, we could try to recapture the Republican Party. I just think that it's just bought. It's bought by special interest, and I think it's kind of beyond saving. That's just my personal opinion, though. I'm not saying it's correct. Just how I feel from things. This post is just talking about how there's less than 2% of blondes in the world with actual natural blonde hair. I didn't realize that our numbers were so low. I had blonde hair most of my life. So, as I've gotten older, it's gotten darker. But, even with the sun, it still turns blonde. But either way, I didn't realize that our numbers were that low, ladies. Maybe you should try to rethink your continuation as a blonde white girl species. And I honestly don't care who you love. I don't care, Like, I actually think it's kind of sweet whenever I see other races together. But at the same time, we do have to kind of think about self-preservation to a degree. If you want to carry on your genes, like if you want to have kids that look like you, if you want to have anybody in the future that kind of shares your traits, you do have to kind of intermingle with your own race to a degree. And obviously you don't have to go as far as your own family, but, maybe just think about possibly preserving your culture, just your way of life that has been carried on for thousands of years. I don't think women think about the deeper aspect of culture enough. They just kind of want to create their own culture half the time or do something new. And, I get that to a degree. But there is a point of tradition, and women have to realize why they're unhappy right now as a culture. It's because they've kind of diverted away from that old tradition of just being a mother, being a caretaker, being a lover, being someone that actually supports your family the right way. I would like to see mothers get back to that, just that familial value again. You have to have a value for your family. You have to want to protect them. And that even goes beyond, your household. Sometimes you want to protect your own community. So, just something to think about. General Flynn is trying to get the next generation ready for politics.
We have an army of digital soldiers. What we are now, what we call, I call them, because this was an insurgency, folks. This was run like an insurgency. This was irregular warfare at its finest in politics. And that story will continue to be told here. But we have what we call citizen journalists. Okay? Because the journalists that we have in our media did a disservice to themselves, actually more than they did to this country. They did a disservice to themselves because they displayed an arrogance that is unprecedented. And so the American people decided to take over the idea of information. They took over the idea of information, and they did it through social media. We have an army of digital soldiers. What we are now...
Okay, so I talked about MTG earlier. Let's go ahead and cover some of her video. I'm not going to do the 10-minute video that she put out. This is just going to go over some of the key points of why she is quitting.
And I do not want my sweet district to have to endure a hurtful and hateful primary against me by the president that we all fought for, only to fight and win my election while Republicans will likely lose the midterms, and in turn be expected to defend the president against impeachment after he hatefully dumped tens of millions of dollars against me and tried to destroy me. It's all so absurd and completely unserious. I refuse to be a battered wife, hoping it all goes away and gets better. If I am cast aside by the president and the MAGA political machine and replaced by neocons, big pharma, big tech, military-industrial war complex, foreign leaders, and the elite donor class that can never, ever relate to real Americans, then many common Americans have been cast aside and replaced as well. There is no plan to save the world or a 4D chess game being played. When common American people realize and understand that the political industrial complex of both parties is ripping this country apart, that not one elected leader like me is able to stop Washington's machine from gradually destroying our country, and instead the reality is that they, common Americans, the people, possess the real power over Washington, then I'll be here by their side to rebuild it. Until then, I'm going back to the people that I love, to live my life to the fullest as I always have, and I look forward to a new path ahead. I'll be resigning from office with my last day being January 5th, 2026, and I look forward to seeing many of you again sometime in the future. May God bless you all, and may God bless America.
Okay, Alex Jones here, critiquing all of this, and it's pushing him to certain breaking points. But at the same time, he came out today and said that, well, we're going to get the whole administration back on track and blah, blah, blah. I don't think anybody really buys that.
And I'm just going to say it point blank. I'm not a bandwagon person. I don't pile on when other people are doing something. But I know MTG well. She's a woman of incredible integrity, brought up being poor, self-made, very successful construction company, a woman of great integrity. She announced last night that she is resigning. I predicted on the Tuesday broadcast, she didn't tell me this, but I talked to her at length, and it sounded to me like she was thrown in the towel just because she can't be part of something that's, quote, the lesser of two evils. And she's very popular in her district, wins by some of the widest margins of anyone in Congress, and we'll play her statement here in a moment, but that ties into all of this. But I'm not saying this because of what she just did. I'm going to have to reflect on this, and I'm going to have to pray about it, and I'm going to take a few weeks on it, I think, is the most important thing to do. But I'm not a person that is normally conflicted. I think I have a lot of knowledge, a lot of depth, a lot of sources, a lot of context. And when I do get conflicted on something, I just have to go to God with it and pray about it a lot. And then go to that place that King David talked about, the quiet place, the Most High. And then I'm going to make my decision. I mean, if God tells me tonight, I'll make my decision. But I am seriously inches away from not supporting Trump anymore. Because I am not going to watch him commit political suicide.
Like I said, I feel like that has already changed. This is from Saturday. He said that he's talked to a lot of people in the White House since then and has kind of gotten back on track with everybody, and he feels like the administration's listening again. But, take that with a grain of salt because everything is changing daily. You can't really trust any bit of information for too long. You have to constantly check it the next day again to see how much people's opinion or even narrative around the subject has changed. So, what's reliable last week may not be reliable this week. And I hate to be that way. It's just how the news is right now. Trump's government efficiency department disbands. This is actually not true. I'm actually going to delete this post because this is... I posted this because it came from Ground News. And, they're just taking from other articles. I want to say it was Reuters that put this out. It was either Reuters or another big news outlet. I can't remember exactly, but they said that Doge disbands 8 months before mandate ends. We had someone from the White House, I want to say it was Caroline Leavitt maybe, that came out and said that this is not true. She's been debunking a lot of the false claims lately. This is another reason why you have to pay attention to news articles where they were a day or two beforehand and how much it changes 2 days later. And I'm serious about that because you'll constantly notice these things. This is why it's so hard to trust any bit of information right now. It's because it's constantly contradicting each other just a few days apart. So, I'll show it to you here in a second. Apparently, foreigners are paying more for national park admissions. I believe that's what I was reading earlier. So now Americans pay, I think, like half the price that foreigners will have to pay. It's not really that big of a story, but figured I would cover it. There's also something else with Alex Jones I want to cover real quick. That's what I was looking for, but it's so deep in my feed. We're definitely not going to be able to get to everything today. It would be nice. Did I post it? I thought I did. Where are you, Alex? I have to pull it up real quick. I could have swore I posted it, but sometimes, for whatever reason, X will not take my post. I've had so many drop posts lately. Like, I probably would have had a lot more posts over the weekend, but then I'll check my X account and everything I said just won't be there. So there is some type of weird AI censorship, in my opinion, going on right now. Like, you'll say... Like, I'll tag, like, the White House or even XAI sometimes, the company that runs X. I'll tag them sometimes, and, like, my post will just completely disappear. It's almost like they will literally just drop my post if they don't like it. So, definitely be aware of that stuff as it happens right now. I'm trying to go back to where I was at. I'm going to pull up this. Let's see, Alex Jones. What was it? Now I gotta remember what I was talking about. Totally forgetting what I was talking about with MTG. It had to do with... Why can't I think about it at the moment? It had to do with Trump being a double agent. Possibly. I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying that was the general line of thought. Oh yeah, I think it had to do with the fact that he was calling MTG a traitor. Just going as far as calling her a traitor. And I mean, she did rebut some of the things that he had said the day before she actually quit. I remember covering it last week. She was basically calling him a traitor, someone that cozies up to foreign nations and just won't give in to certain American interest anymore. It was a good slap. It was, I think, a good slap for Trump's ego, but he just ended up slapping her back, and then she ends up dropping out. I felt like I feel like she feels like she was betrayed to a large degree by a lot of people that were supporting Trump, a lot of the loyalists, and I can understand why she left. There was also even rumors that she left at a certain point where she ends up getting her pension. So apparently she was in long enough to get her pension. Some people think that she's just dropping out because she was in there long enough to get that, and now she doesn't really care about the party anymore. But I don't think that's the case. I mean, you can think that if you want to. I just don't think that's the reason. Trump endorses Van Epps in Tennessee. Special election push. Trump says religion is making a comeback at Thanksgiving turkey pardon. I mean, I want to know if he's Christian. Grok says that he's Christian. I've asked this question a few different times, and I ask it several times just because I want to see if it will change. Sometimes Grok will give you two different answers if you ask it the same question over and over. So just be aware of that if you do ask it any questions. It would be good to see Trump announce that he is Christian. Let's see what this says. Trump says religion is making a comeback at Thanksgiving turkey pardon. On Tuesday, Trump spared two turkeys named Gobble and Waddle. While declaring religion's return to America a big deal, he highlighted raising prayer and church attendance. So that seems like it's a Christian stance. Though no White House data supported those specific claims. Okay, well then why are we reporting on it? Why is this even in the news? Recent Gallup and Pew data show religiously declining overall. Religiosity or declining, huh? With Christians at 62% of adults and 29% unaffiliated, even as some trends stabilize. The remarks reflect ongoing talks about faith in public life. I want to hear him specifically say that. I don't want to. Let's see what this says.
We have more people praying. The churches are coming back. I don't know if you've been reading that story, but religion is coming back to America. Some people say, oh, why would you mention that? To me, that's a big deal. We have more people praying.
I mean, churches are Christian. We don't typically have Christian temples or synagogues. Not that I know of. Jewish synagogues, that is a separation. I'm being very specific here because of his word choice. That seems like a very Christian comment. So that it is good to see from Trump. I want to hear him specifically say that, he's Christian again, though. I want to see the separation between him and Judaism. Not to disrespect it in any type of way, but just to respect the Christians. Excuse me. Excuse me. Randomly got dry all of a sudden. All right. That was not the entire thing I wanted to cover from Alex Jones, though. I can't remember the exact thing I wanted to cover, though. That's why it's so irritating to me. Not having certain things repost that I want to have reposted. You know what? Let's just say it right here. Let's just go ahead and pull it up. His Trump a Christian? This is what it was. This is what I was looking for. Okay. This is the faction stuff I wanted to kind of cover. Need the video though. Come on, man. Is this it? This is not what I want. What the hell? Hold up. Go back to the last thing I was just on. So yeah, he did warn that there was a certain faction in the CIA preparing a coup. This is not the video I wanted though. I don't know why. X's search is being so shitty. Let me just try the top results. I don't know why I didn't click on that first. Donald Trump publicly identifies as a Christian. He was raised in Presbyterian faith and identified with it for much of his adult life, but in 2020, he stated he considers himself a non-denominational Christian. I mean, that's not a bad thing. I don't even think a lot of Christians even consider themselves to be a certain denomination anymore. I think they just go with the core of Christianity, at least the value system. Trump has praised Christianity and the Bible, and he has surrounded himself with evangelical advisors during his presidency. I worry that they're Zionist evangelicals, though. And I have been someone very vocal against Zionism and different cults that kind of revolve around Zionism, trying to preserve some type of power in the Middle East, aka Zion, aka Israel. He also has emphasized the importance of faith and religion in public statements, such as highlighting religious freedom initiatives. That said, opinions vary on the depth and sincerity of his religious beliefs. Some describe his faith as vague or nominal old school Protestantism. I don't know. Is this what I want?
It's just like, stop. It's stop. Compared to Trump's attacks, she has been mild back. And I'm not trying to attack Trump. I'm just saying it's not a good look. I want to win, Trump. I want to beat the left. If Trump continues to attack some of his best supporters just because they disagree with him on a few issues, they vote the majority of the time with him, it's stupid. Spend that energy on the Democrats. People don't like it. And the poll numbers show that. But I sure get criticized, like when he kicked Elon Musk out, and then Doge is now completely falling apart. They now admit Doge is defunct. It stopped. Most popular thing Trump was doing. He's been nice. They're back friends. Okay, great. I'd listen.
Okay, that's not true. Like I said before, they still exist. I've heard they're more integrative into different departments now, different agencies. they're actually going inside the agencies now, so it's harder to get rid of later. But I mean, believe what you want to. That's just the correction of this information that was put out earlier today. I think I did repost Caroline Levitt's repost, but if it didn't make it, I'm sorry. It was, I'm pretty sure, from her.
Just tear me apart. Not the majority, but we lost, a lot of listeners. You got a lot of hateful mail. They were, oh, you traitor, you sided with Elon. I didn't side with Elon. He was doing a great job. And the political insiders came after him, and a whole bunch of people in administration have now admitted that. You don't just have bad Democrats, you got establishment Republicans. So, no, it's not good MTG's been run out. And now it's being reported a whole bunch of other Republicans are getting ready to quit. And then Trump will say, well, we don't need them, we'll get somebody else better elected. No, you'll probably lose those midterms or those special elections. And I don't just say that to go, oh, look, he's being negative, he's betting we're losing. No, that's what I really think. And this is what I do. And I talk to some of the best political brains out there, and they agree with me. And they talk to Trump all the time, but he cannot handle being disagreed with by most people. So they'll bring him a clip of my show, like Mark Mitchell talked about last week, and stuff like that, because I'm not trying to win a popularity contest here. Trump continues to stoke the flames of the MAGA Civil War, attacks MTG, Paul, and Massey again. Great. Furious House Republicans warn more explosive resignations are coming after Marjorie Taylor Greene. People are scared of what's in the Epstein files. It's not Trump, but it's the British royal family, the Queen of England, not with kids, but in business with him. Mossad, the Rothschilds, it's already coming out. A senior House Republican is warning that Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene's sudden decision to walk away from Congress is only the start of a deeper implosion inside the House GOP. They lose a few more members. Why do you suddenly think all over the internet it's palatable and it's safe and people don't get in trouble now for coming out and saying Israel runs everything? Well, it's because the British Empire is trying to get back control, the Rothschilds are trying to get back control of Israel, but also networks inside the United States and Europe, and there are other interlayered groups that are pushing them out right now. Just remember, I've told you thousands of times that Epstein, more importantly, was British intelligence as the clearinghouse above it. And I explained that in James Bond movies and books from Ian Fleming, who was the deputy head of OSS and the MI6 after World War II, he said, no, I put allegories in my books of real stuff and real plans and real ideas. And in there, you got Spectre's international criminal group that's got people in the Russians, the Chinese, the U.S., British intelligence, but it creates chaos for control and manipulation for its overall takeover of the economic and military systems of the world. Well, the British Empire and what that shadowy thing represents is Spectre. But you got to ask yourself, what point have we reached that the globalist power structure has lost so much control? This is all coming out. You think the Rothschilds, Lord Rothschild, Baroness Rothschild, you think they like it known that they were running Israel with Ehud Barak? So you have the Chi-Com globalist allied with the criminal elements of the CIA and Venezuela and others that are the giant threat with election rigging, and they're allied with the Democrats publicly. And then you've got the two different Israel lobbies. You've got the Likudnik kind of Israel right-wing nationalists that really want Israel to be the center of the world and want to run operations out of Israel. Then you have what the British Empire Rothschild arm that created Israel, that's being trying to influence and control the United States and others, that's in a big fight with Netanyahu. And that's what's in all these emails that have come out with Epstein being the bagman for the Rothschilds and the British government with Israel trying to get cyber weapons and spy grids better than the U.S. And that ties into Jonathan Pollard meeting secretly, we now learned months ago, with U.S. Ambassador to Israel Mike Huckabee, the convicted spy, and the fallout of that, a big no-no. and Pollard bragging about nuclear blackmail against the United States with the Samson option. We have video of all this, by the way. So the point here is, though, we've known all this. We've talked about these factions. We've gotten into it forever. There's a few other ones, but I'll get to that. The point is, though, it's all coming out. And as I told you when President Trump was president-elect a year ago, I said, I've talked to a lot of high-level people. The CIA has come to Trump and said, we know there's nothing implicating you in any of this stuff, but it's going to really hurt the British Empire, the British Commonwealth. It's going to hurt the big banks, Trump's friends, and the Rothschild banks have been one of his big lenders. So we got the receipts on that. And it's going to hurt Israel, and it's going to hurt the stock market. And plus, the Democrats have had control of the file, and so you won't ever get any convictions. It's all muddy. It's a disaster. And Trump's like, okay, move along. Let's move on. And I saw that coming, and I talked to people that the president admitted that to. And I said, they're going to stab you in the back. You can't do that. And now you've got bipartisan, 470-something to 1 voting to release the Epstein emails. And you've got even Republicans saying, yeah, now that it's been sent off, what they haven't already released to the DOJ, the word is that there's a cover-up happening there. This is only making it worse. And what did I say hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times here on air? I said, more importantly than Israel, is you have to understand the Rothschilds, most powerful banking family still in the world, but throughout the last 400 years, at the Battle of Waterloo, the second time Napoleon was defeated in 1815 or 1814, look it up, my memory fails, against Lord Wellington, they had carrier pigeons. This is mainline history, by the way. This isn't a conspiracy theory. That was the old telegram at the time. Fly out to the port. They had the fastest British Corvette. That'd mean a Corvette from Chevy, a car. It's a fast, medium-sized ship. Shoot across the channel. And right before the stock exchange opens, give the word. And by the way, the Rothschilds have written authorized autobiographies of their family where they brag about this. Yeah, June 18th, 1815. And so they announced that Napoleon had crushed Lord Wellington, the British, and the Prussians in a sounding defeat, and that the British Empire was going to basically be defeated. And the stock market dropped 99%. Lord Rothschild then bought up 99% of all the stocks for literally pennies on the pound. Yeah, there's even famous movies about this. And this is fascinating stuff, folks. And then they were the most powerful banking family in the world, but they literally took control of the British Empire. The Saxe-Coburg-Gothas, the old Transylvanian, German, Austrian-Hungarian Empire line was completely beholden to them. They got breeding rights into the royal family and bred Rothschilds into the family. They all became lords. This is all PBS documentaries about this. So, it's anti-Semitic to say the Rothschilds are powerful. I'm not attacking them because they have to be Jewish. My point is that this is anybody that has real historical research, just even mainline PhD stuff, none of this is a secret. And so, in the new emails that have been released, we'll show them to you. These are confirmed. You've got Baroness Rothschild, Lord Rothschild, all of them. And they're working with Ehud Barak at the time that was, stick as thieves with Epstein. And they're trying to get billions of dollars and run different operations, spying, and other things, to procure U.S. technologies so that they can get ahead of the U.S. in the spy game, in the NSA game, in signals. Now, this had actually come out here and there before, but it gets worse. The main bank for the British royal family, since they've been bankrupt to them since 1815, is the Rothschilds. And they've got all the major banks, the biggest Swiss banks, French banks, Spanish banks, German banks. It's all Dutch banks, Rothschild, same family. And the emails are back and forth to the different banking heads, coordinating this. And Epstein's so powerful that Lord Rothschild and Baroness Rothschild, two different parts of the family, one in England, one in Switzerland, cousins. They're on Inauguration Day, 2017. They're freaking out saying, we need your help. We need these, we need to have a meeting right now. We need to get these things taken care of. They're not saying what, but it's espionage and power jockeying, and they're worried about Trump. And Epstein's like, sorry, I can't. I'm having to deal with stuff right now. at the so just this year we spent 10 days on, and more is coming out. And so it's not the 15-year-old girls that they're really trying to cover up. That was like beer nuts at a bar. That's just an accessory. This wasn't even so much a thing about honeypotting people as it was just they're all in this club. This goes on everywhere. They just carry out these crimes. That's how they all get each other corrupted and can trust each other. The real thing is the money laundering, the espionage, the spying, all of it. And as I've explained many times, MI6 and British intelligence is senior to Mossad and Shin Bet in Israel. Until recently, Netanyahu has not been working with them, and he's been in their face openly, and it's been an open battle. It's not even a secret that the Rothschilds want him out. And it's in these emails as well, and it's in their magazine, The Economist, published by the Rothschilds. So there's a real battle just within that sector that's happening and going on. And the British Empire in the last 100 years wrote the book on pedophilia to control people, and Keir Starmer, and just all of it. And that doesn't take away from bad things Israel's done at all. I'm just telling you the lay of the land. Like Patrick Berman's in here on Wednesday, was it Thursday, and he's been a spy. Flynn's talked about that for the U.S. government for a long time. It's classified. I can say with what? Not the CIA. Let's just leave it at that and put two and two together. And he's been to Israel hundreds of times. Worked with them, all that. He's not anti-Israel. He explained, though, the two factions. And I saw comments like, oh, cover it for Netanyahu. No, it's a fact it's Ehud Barak and then the Rothschilds. It's a fact it's that faction. It's a fact that faction wants to get rid of Netanyahu. That doesn't defend Netanyahu. I think he needs to go. He's terrible. The point is just know the players, okay, in a war. And understand it's key to understand the bigger picture. And these groups all overlap. I haven't gotten to the Communist Chinese. I haven't gotten to the Russians. I haven't gotten to the technocracy above it. I haven't gotten to who Trump really works for. But I'm going to lay it out right now. So, well, it's because...
Oh my God, I'm so glad they clipped it. It pissed me off whenever I was actually watching this live. I think he went on another rant and then he started, trying to sell something. I'm so glad that they clipped these things because, sometimes he just goes off on a different subject and it just, gets so irritating. But let's listen.
British Empire is trying to get back control, the Rothschilds are trying to get back control of Israel, but also networks inside the United States and Europe. And there are other interlayered groups that are pushing them out right now. And it gets very opaque when you really get down to the granular analysis of this. But this is definitely the cloak and dagger thing that's happening at one level. Then you have the Communist Chinese, you have the Russians, you have the technocrats that overlap, you have the different alliances within those groups. But just remember, I've told you thousands of times, that Epstein, more importantly, was British intelligence as the clearinghouse above it. And I explained that in James Bond movies and books from Ian Fleming, who was the deputy head of OSS and MI6 after World War II, he said, no, I put allegories in my books of real stuff and real plans and real ideas. And in there you got Spectre, it's an international criminal group. It's got people in the Russians, the Chinese, the U.S., British intelligence, but it creates chaos for control and manipulation for its overall takeover of the economic and military systems of the world. Well, the British Empire and what that shadowy thing represents is Spectre. And so, and it's bigger than the British Empire. It's this interlocking managerial system that had the largest networks ever in history. Through the banks, through the military, through the communications, through it all. And at the heart of it, who owns it? Who was able to take it over in 1815? But the Rothschilds. So, that's where we are, ladies and gentlemen. And so I kept explaining to you, this is bigger than 14-year-old girls. It's terrible. They should get in trouble for it, go to prison, all that. But they have got everybody to focus over the years on Prince Andrew screwing 16-year-olds or whatever. He's been kicked out of the royal family now. That's all a distraction from MI6, British Empire, Mossad, CIA, political control. The payoffs, the politicians, the heads of universities, the endowments, the scams. And so that's why they don't want any of this information coming out. And that's why they don't want you to know who's the man they won't show his face with the cat in his lap. Well, that is the Rothschilds, folks. So we then need to look at all the other angles and factions, and I can give you my take on what the most powerful faction is. There's another faction you never think of that you might want to think about a little bit. It actually has all the power, but we just simply use it. And we'll get to that as well. But let's just start plowing into the documentation. I've given you a basic prelude here, and then now let's start getting into all this confluence of information that's come together. And there's a bunch of these. He's done a bunch of interviews.
You'll notice he hasn't even talked about whose side Trump is on. I don't even know if he brings it up. I don't remember him mentioning it, but I just think it's interesting how he'll mention certain things, but he'll never actually cover it sometimes. But we'll just have to see. I didn't want to cover this whole video, but it is kind of interesting since they did clip it.
And now, and I like Congressman Massey, but it's like, oh my God, Congressman Massey has seen the documents. He says it's a cover-up for Israel. Oh, that Epstein worked for Mossad. Oh my gosh, it's the most incredible revelation ever. And everyone's freaking out. Oh my God, the man is tomorrow's news today. And it's not about me saying, oh, I'm way ahead of that. It's about understanding. Just now, Congress is getting to him being Mossad. It's a little more complex and bad than that. No, it's British intel, Rothschild, civil war to control Israel and to battle over who controls Israel and the network of Israelis and Jews around the world, most of which don't even understand all of this. Just like the general public doesn't understand it. And if people ever actually have understanding of what's really going on, they'll go, oh, and now not be played by different factions of any of this towards the destructive aims where this is going. Because where I'm focusing on the fetish of the Jews and the Rothschilds and the banks right now, because it is key, and the globalist system has been the most powerful faction with the Rothschilds at the head of it. It's not just Jews and Israelis and Zionists in civil war with each other. All of the factions are fighting each other and fighting each other internally at an intense level because of major factor changes in the world, information technology, population, a public that's awake. We've reached an event horizon where people aren't scared to tell the truth anymore. And so all the old systems aren't working. And all the AI and all the surveillance and all this was supposed to deliver the globalists into total control. Their COVID attack, their pandemic, it was all supposed to submit their control. And instead, because of the best laid plans of mice and men often go astray, and because the Lord works in mysterious ways, it's all blown up in their face spectacularly. And that's good. Justice be done when the heavens fall. But understand, this incredible tectonic eruption and confluence of things happening right now as the planets align is extremely dangerous. But we're here. And it is only going to get more insane from here on out. But if the public will just address this scientifically, geopolitically, like a political scientist, and just say, okay, here, because it's known. This is all known. This isn't even hard to know. But everybody wants to debate about who runs it all and who's woman. You know, we know the power groups. We know actually what their assets are. We know what each group's different aims are. But they all kind of agree on technocracy and control. They're just battling over who gets control of that. The ring of power is kind of up in the air. So they just keep accelerating the runway for this AI takeover, even because they fear it, but they want to be the ones in control of it. All the factions, we're building our doom. And I'm not against innovation. It's the way it's been rolled out. So it's the malice, it's the hatred that Sauron poured into it. And so you would argue, well, you just make another ring to counter.
Talk about who Trump works for.
We have to do it together, publicly, not in darkness, not in some volcano.
You see what I mean?
But out in the open
He'll go off on some other rant.
In front of God, asking God to imbue us with the Excalibur.
And he won't even talk about what he brought up.
The ring of Sauron. And it's the sword of truth. But to have truth, you've got to have research and you've got to be real. So a lot of people tune into this and they're like, what is this? This is complex.
Oh my God.
No, it's not. Guys can learn about baseball and football and who weighs what and who bench presses this.
Yeah.
What their wife's name is, or where they go to vacation. And football fan you ever knew that. All
Jesus Christ. All right, moving forward. We're going to skip ahead.
MI6, Rothschild, British royalty operative.
Hold up. He's not, see what I mean? Now he's jumping back to it.
You have the archivists do it just to prove to people they missed it. I have for 18 years said Jeffrey Epstein is MI6, Rothschild, British royalty operative, Jimmy Savile 2.0, Maxwell 2.0, and it's all on record anyways. It's not even hard to know. Recently, Maxwell's dad was the head of managing it for the Israelis with the British royals, and then when he died, it was handed over to Jeffrey. Tonight, I also want to direct you. It's free online. You can find it posted on X. You can find it all over the place. In-game Blueprint for Global Enslavement 2007. 2.5 hours long. And then on the DVD, like an extra hour of information. And I explained the power structures then, the Rothschilds, all of it, how it works. And you can watch it today, and it's more powerful now than when I made it. It's called Ultra Green, Infinity Green, not just Evergreen. Not just being timeless, but it gets better with time. Made that film all those many years ago, 18 years ago, whatever, and it's you watch it now, and it's like people think it's a time machine, like you went forward 18 years in the future. No. Everything the globalists said they would do in the 50s, they got done by the 70s. What they said they do in the 70s, by the 90s, they got almost completely done. Then we started getting them to slow down. They're about 5 years behind right now, and their program's falling apart, which I also predicted we could do. Because as you get deeper into this, it gets worse and worse and more horrible, and people will finally wake up and say, boy, we better research this and say no. But let's get to the Israel situation and the factions there, the two big ones, and then where that...
Okay, I think this is the important part. We're also going to start the game here soon, but I want to let him finish on this, and then we'll start the game.
It's going how it segues and everything else. So, we'll show you these in a moment. It's all over the place. The stuff that Congress has released so far, that the Congress decided to leak, both Republicans and Democrats, they've sent the majority of it back to the other stuff's way worse. National Security Review for 1 month by A.G. Pam Bondi, and the bipartisan Republicans and Democrat Senate warned them over the weekend that they better not obfuscate or cover this up. So, the Democrats and Republicans are releasing emails about the Queen of England being a client of Epstein, not for sex, banking, Prince Charles, now the king, all of them. And massive international deals and all sorts of arms deals, and you name it. I told you, the big thing Trump's covering up for is the British. Because to him, it's legal stuff, but it's embarrassing to be involved with Epstein, and it's going to be embarrassing. But you got to ask yourself, what point have we reached? That the globalist power structure's lost so much control, this is all coming out. You think the Rothschilds, Lord Rothschild, Baroness Rothschild, you think they like it known that they were running Israel with Ehud Barak?
We'll join our regularly scheduled program after these messages.
I am not funded by billionaires. I'm not funded by anybody but you. And I am in the middle of a major deep state battle with globalists. We have shortfalls, and we need your support. So just go get a t-shirt, go get a ball cap.
Okay, never mind. I don't even think he covered it at the end, did he? I want to say there was a point in the video, and I don't know if it was included in that clip. Maybe I missed it. He jumps around so much, sometimes I'll stop listening just because he'll, change the subject. But he'll jump right back to what he was talking about before. He mentioned, I think, that Trump is a part of, the whole Rothschild British faction, if I do remember correctly. But if I don't remember that correctly, then I'm sorry. I was trying to find it in that video, but if I missed it, not trying to. But anyways, I think that's about all the content I'm going to do for today. I don't know, maybe I'll cover this video or something real quick. We are going to jump into the game.
The Jews clearly control the media and the banks, investment banks, not
this
the
is from a
commercials. But
movie.
the point is, they carry out in those realms the exact same principles that they display in sexuality. They undermine traditional life, and they deracinate society. Deracinate. Tear out the roots. And real people derives its genius from the land, from the sun, from the sea, from the soil. This is how they know themselves. But, Jews don't even have soil.
Yes, Israel.
Yeah. Those aren't Jews.
Of course they're Jews.
Notice the Israelis. It's a fundamentally secular society. They no longer need Judaism because they have soil. Because the real Jew is a wanderer. He's a nomad. He's got no roots and no attachments, so he universalizes everything. You can't hammer a nail or plow a field. All they can do is buy and sell and invest capital and manipulate markets, and, it's all mental. He takes the life of a people that's rooted in soil, and then he turns it into this cosmopolitan culture based on books and numbers and ideas, and, this is his strength. You can take the greatest Jewish minds ever. Marx, Freud, Einstein, what have they given us? Communism, infantile sexuality, and the atom bomb. In the mere 3 centuries, it's taken these people to emerge from the ghettos of Europe. They've ripped us out of a world of order and reason. They've thrown us into a chaos of class warfare, irrational urges, relativity, into a world where now the very existence of matter and meaning is in question. Why? Because it's the deepest impulse of a Jewish soul to pull at the very fabric of life till there's nothing left but a thread. They want nothing but nothingness. Nothingness without end.
What movie is that from? The Believer? Ryan Gosling and The Believer? Premiered in 2001. I think that's about all the stuff. Well, yeah, I'm going to show this and then I'll be done. Last video.
Many are asking whether this was sedition or treason, but there is a third statute, one that fits their actions with mathematics. Many are asking whether this was sedition or treason, but there is a third statute, one that fits their actions with mathematical precision. 18 U.S.C. Section 2387. Activities affecting armed forces. It prohibits, and this is word for word, advising, counseling, urging, or in any manner causing or attempting to cause insubordination, disloyalty, mutiny, or refusal of duty by any member of the military. Penalty, up to 20 years in federal prison. This law is not retaliatory politics. This law is not about defending one man. This law is about defending civilian control of the military, the backbone of the republic. And this law has been violated.
We want to speak directly to members of the military
and the intelligence community.
This was a group of lawmakers, including former CIA, speaking directly to the military, undermining the authority of the commander-in-chief, and by extension, every general, every officer, every enlisted soldier down the line. Break the chain at the top and you break the entire military. Break the military and you break the nation. Yes, it's that serious. The individuals responsible should face consequences, censure, expulsion, prosecution, not because of who they attacked, but because of what they endangered. My friends, we are all anonymous, and to my Democrat friends, ask yourself honestly, what will it take for you to leave your party? Because the party you once knew no longer exists.
On your post, Gist. The Colonel's in trouble.
How do you mean, in trouble?
He's at Fort William Henry, facing impossible odds.
Get off your lazy asses, lads, and man your stations! We raise anchor! Sorry for the early libation, Captain. But do you realize that it's been a whole year since...
Some missions up. Iceberg! Screw it, I'm just gonna fast travel. Where'd it go? Zoom out, what the hell? Why does it keep disappearing? I don't know what it wants me to do. Why? Can't fast travel for some reason.
Celebrating without you.
A whole year. Yes. One question. How long have you known of my, well, former allegiance?
I'm in a restricted area.
You mean the assassins?
That'll do
I
it.
knew that ages ago, Shay. I may be drunk, but I'm not blind. Or did you think I would assume you had escaped from some homicidal circus? Well, the Colonel wanted us to avoid the subject so it wouldn't, influence your decision-making. You saved my life out of pure selfless instinct and helped countless...
I think I'm out of it now. Why does it keep disappearing? I still can't fast travel? Why?
You're up to me. I would have made you an official Templar months ago.
Who is it up to then? Monroe mentioned the Grand Master.
Oh, yes. The Grand Master of the Colonial Brotherhood. His father was an assassin.
Really? He must have a story to tell.
News from Fort William Henry.
The garrison is surrounded. Reinforcements are late.
General Montcalm has been blazing a path across the colonies for King Louis, hasn't he?
I rather wish he'd stayed home with his mistress.
His or King Louis?
Either. Though I suspect the king's is finer.
Indeed. Madame O'Murphy is supposed to be quite the charmer.
I know Murphy is in the French king's bed. Now I know you're pulling my leg.
Fire! Schooner by a knot! French ship, Captain! More than one, sir!
Taking damage here!
Fire!
On your mark, Captain!
Fire! Fire! Fire!
Oh, I gotta aim in front of it. I forgot. Yeah, he missed. That's how you use it. Okay. I was like, how do you use that thing? He's not even following me. Oh, I thought it sank already. Gotta raid this thing real quick.
They're too closer! Ready for your trip to hell! He's mine! Pull them in with the wind!
Oh wait, why did I repair? I didn't mean to do that. That was stupid. Should have got the resources. I don't even think I was damaged. I still got some stuff.
With what we've taken, we can improve the ship, Captain. They too.
About time! God, somebody gave me some notifications. Improve what? Burning oil strength. That's it? Heavy shot storage. Order shot. Why can't I upgrade? It won't let me upgrade. Do I have to do this somewhere? I think I probably do. I probably have to be docked or something.
Loose a trim too. Loose the mains, half sails.
Can I fast travel yet? Oh, finally. I don't know why it wasn't letting me.
The wind is picking up.
Where are we at now? I seriously don't know where it wants me to go. Tell me my mission. Help Monroe and his men escape from Fort William Henry. Where's that at? Why can't I track it? Oh, there it is, okay. That's where I was trying to go. Dang, I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm just along for the ride. Man, I got me a little Christmas tree. It's got me all happy now. It's like right in front of me, that's why. Like a little desk Christmas tree. It's a Super Mario Christmas tree.
Crowd on every inch of sail. Loose topsails, gallants and royals.
Got some people this way. Get some booty, man. Get some booty. Damn, they think that's far. I got some arms. I didn't see anybody. There we go. Like having to shoot in front of them. Getting the resources. Actually, I think it gives me the same amount of resources no matter what. I could be wrong about that, but... Why are my eyes looking red? Like my character's eyes.
Please don't! Catch some wind!
Who's that? Where'd you come from? Heal? Yeah, you missed. Alright, you wanna play that game, bro? You sure you wanna play that game? Woo-wee! Ooh, he mostly missed. Better.
Just say the word.
I don't like that wind, sir.
I don't care. I don't care what you don't like. We're still gonna fight for treasure or some shit. I keep forgetting I'm not even a pirate in this game. Got him. 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 Oh, I missed him. Oh, I missed him. It's a lucky mofo, man. Is that a female? I just saw a female pirate or something. Female soldier. I don't want to repair. I'll take that gold, baby. That one actually had a decent amount on it. I forgot that the higher level ships, you get better stuff. That's how it was in Black Flag too, if I remember right. Let's see, where are we going now? Oh, we haven't even gotten there yet. Okay, what? Where am I at? I don't understand these maps. I must be like flipping through the wrong map or something. There it is. Alright. Where am I going? Should I go this way? Oh well. Gunboat. Wanted system? Oh yeah. Forgot that existed too. That made me wanted? Oh, I got a bounty hunter? Hell yeah. Let's go, bro. You think you can keep up with me? Where's he even at? Oh, he's on the other side. I need to turn around. Let's go, bro. I feel like I'm a little too OP for these guys. Keep mowing through all their friends. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Where's he at? Oh shit. Wrong one! Slow down, bro. Yeah, you shouldn't have fucked with me, man. Make sure I take out this guy. Where'd you come from? Yeah. Should get him. Yeah. He's coming after me. We're gonna heal up the ship real quick, I guess. Just in case the ship ends up being harder than it should be. My controller's too. Can't even see him. I'm just hoping that I'm hitting him. There we go. I'll use this. What the fuck? Oh, I didn't want that. There's probably sharks out here. Go, go, go. Get up there. Forgot how to even fight in this game. Did we win? Okay. Alright. Where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at? Get out of the way, I can't see him. He's probably aiming at me. Oh, I hit the freaking surface. No! Oh shit. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Got him. Oh, we can. Let me take care of this guy first. Ooh, got him too. Damn. What'd I tell ya? A little too OP for these guys. I like blew right through them. You get more if you actually board them and stuff. That's why I keep doing this. Try to take out as much as I can with this thing though, so I don't have to go over there. Saves a little bit of time. These motherfuckers just stop moving. Keep coming out. Out of the way. Get out of the way. Oh, okay. I couldn't move. Yeah, we'll heal it. Then we'll get the resources from the other one. Let's get this part. Yeah.
Loose and catch the wind!
What's up, guys? Oh, I should have killed both of them. Is that everybody? No? Yeah, cool. And I sent it to the fleet. He's like, what? That's right, man. I just recruited my bounty hunter. I don't know if that's a good idea if I did that in real life. Got you, dumbass. Pick up this loot real quick. Where are we going now? Gotta see where I'm going. They're still over in the same area? Hold up. How do I keep sticking around the same area? Alright, quit going this way. I need to go this way. Let's actually go this way this time. Let's snipe these people from afar. Gotcha, bitch. Look at that. He's still going? Come on, man. I keep missing. Hey, everybody. Anyway. Why can't I improve anything then? Available in shop. I guess I have to do it at a shop somewhere. Why you gotta pick a fight with me, bro? That was stupid. You see that? In the last 2 seconds. Oh shit, I got another freaking bounty on me. How do I get rid of the bounties? I got three, I'm gonna kill this guy. I don't want him following me. Why can't I see him that well? Where's my mortars at? I don't have any more, damn it. I don't even know where I'm getting them.
I think we have lost them, sir. Schooner! Fresh ships, Captain! They're all alone, sir! Fire! Miss! Damn! Keep awaiting all fire! Fire! Should we board and take her?
Oh, I actually hit her. What just happened? It's like killing itself. I guess it's like glitched out. Now it's like blowing itself up. So if I kill him, like, it doesn't even, like, take the bounty away? It doesn't. So what's the point?
Get me some speed! Start safe! Let's get
Alright, I just need to get out of this area.
Ready, Captain! Fire! 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 Fire!
Just missed your shot, bro. Record speed, man. Why not? Add a few more ships. The same guy, holy shit. Alright, we have to actually get to the mission now. Keep, like, fighting all these ships. Like, raised my notoriety, or whatever you want to call it in this game. Gonna blow right through this little shit. Come at me, bro. That's right. Where's my wanted level again? I mean, it doesn't really matter, because it's not really going down. And I keep showing them who's boss. I don't even know why they keep fighting me. Where did I get mortars at? Did I get more? I don't even know.
You are a sight for sore eyes. Jack. Colonel Monroe surrendered to General Montcalm. The French and their Abenaki allies took Fort Henry. Johnson was supposed to bring reinforcements here.
I don't see anyone else.
The Abenaki are restless. They don't understand the terms of surrender and refuse to heed Montcalm. The colonel and his men were released this morning. They're walking into an ambush.
Wait here in case Johnson arrives. I'll protect the colonel.
Thank you.
Maybe I can finally repay my debt to him. I hope I'm not too late.
Can't go that way. Got these assassins out there. Oh, there he is. Where you going? You dead yet? Oh, missed me. Where's he at? So many. Where's the eagle perch at? No, go back. Oh. I don't know how close that is. I see you. Keep appearing in front of me. Can I climb this wall? No. I'm not fighting. Oh, these guys.
That's the last of them.
What's up, bro?
Master Cormac. Sir, we must hurry. We should bring what's left of your man to the Morgan. A welcome offer, Captain Cormac. Follow me. Safe passage is ahead. If you don't mind me asking, what happened at Fort William Henry?
I'm so used to killing redcoats, I almost tried to kill him.
Tom was able to bombard us for days. Damn frog. Actually, he acted with great honor. When we sent for parley, he returned an offer far more generous than anticipated. We kept our arms, and more importantly, our colors. Only to walk into a trap. I would hardly expect the French to defend us. Would you?
No, I would have continued to prove your loyalty.
I know where you're at.
Risking your life. We're not out of the woods yet, Colonel. After my loyalty, well,
Should be right here.
I do owe you. Very hard.
You saved my life.
Gave me a second chance.
It went away.
We have been working together for a year. During that time, you have rendered many great services. If you'd ever
One second. I just realized there's no subtitles. I tried to turn on the subtitles for everybody. What's it gonna be under? Maybe sound. Sea shanties? Oh yeah, that's the songs. Subtitles, here it is.
Imagine you have towards me is paid. What would you say? Perhaps.
There it is.
Attack! Take cover! Keep together, men! I'll take out as many as I can. Keep your men moving. I'll scout ahead and signal if there's trouble. A sensible strategy. Very well. I will leave my men around.
Whoa, no, 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 that's not what I wanted. I'm trying to jump across the other side. I guess it's good there's a haystack right there. Alright, I guess I just need to, yeah, there we go. I always gotta press the jump button. Kinda cool. Oh, whistle. Can I not whistle in this game? Here it is. That was kind of close. Who saw me? Whoa, hold up. Whoa! Fucking A. How do I heal? Forgot. Shit, he's probably gonna shoot me. How do I heal? I just gotta wait. He doesn't know where I'm at now. Where's my other gun at? I thought I had a rifle. I don't have a rifle? Maybe it's the berserk dart. Maybe that's what it was. Okay. Good thing they're stupid. Oh, shut up. What the hell? Bitch. Asshole. Shot his own dude. Oh, and they killed themselves, I guess. Oh, shit. What happens? I think they killed themselves. Oh, they just die? Okay. That's good to know. Did he just like fall off? I don't know what just happened. Can I jump off from here? I don't know where to go from here. I guess I'll just go off. Come on now. It looks like something I can climb, so. I don't gotta do that. Did he die?
You know this man, Mr. Colonel. Aye, Colonel. He is one of Achilles' men, an assassin, as I was, so they know I'm a Templar. And now this assassin knows me. And work with Templars. I'm no fool, Colonel. The assassins will come after me next. We're both targets now. You know that's a trap, right? Indeed, Mr. Colonel. We have little choice. We survived French cannons, we will survive this. On my faster. I'll catch you. I promise you that. I see him! This way! Have a clear shot! I've got a good line on you! Hey, your life is almost over, you
What happened? You get away? Oh shoot, he died. Well damn, who would have gave me like a few more seconds, I would have ran over there. I didn't realize how far ahead they were. Was I supposed to run with them? Maybe that was it.
Run! Run!
Oh, we're supposed to run, okay. Run! Whoa, what the fuck? Who died? What? I was defending him.
The ship!
I was doing offense. What the hell are they talking about? Oh shit. I already missed it. Damn it, get up there. Get up, get up. Go, go, go. Pull out your gun. Why is he not pulling out his gun? What the hell? It's not working.
I have him in my sight. Now you will take
I guess because he's around?
this way. Ready to take him down.
Oh shit. Fucking A. I'm a pistol that. Run! Bro, come on, dude. I made it.
You heard the captain, men! Let's get out of here! Move! Move!
I didn't expect that.
I owe you my life, Master Cormac.
As do I, Colonel.
We have much to discuss. However, I must tend to my troops.
Sir, I will accompany you to Johnson's training post at Onaquaga. then I shall depart at once. Master Colmac, meet me there.
Okay, sorry, I was resituating. Okay. How long have I been playing? Go for another 30 minutes, I guess. Getting lots done. Much shorter time frames than I thought I was. This way. Sure I'm going the right way. Yeah. You're good. Damn it, he's gonna hit me. Oh, he missed me. Wait, is that a bad guy? He's not even attacking me. Okay, well, I guess I'm not even gonna attack him. He didn't attack me. You don't have to kill everybody. Can, I just don't want to. Where's my wind at? Okay.
Fire!
Still going this way? Gotta go around this big ass island. Is that a fortress? What is that? Someplace I can dock? I want to see if I can upgrade my ship while I'm docked. So I gotta like go talk to a ship dude or something. Oh, I guess I can travel this entire island or something. Actually got some perches that I can... Let's go get this real quick, see what happens. I haven't really explored a lot of the land areas. Land masses in the game. St. Nicholas. Is that a real island? Probably is. Dude, attack him, what the hell? Run, motherfucker!
Attendez, il n'y a que des bêtes sauvages partout à la...
They found it. Shit! I climb this rock. Oh, fuck me. Fuck me. A good song for this. I didn't know the whole island was going to be like restricted. Wouldn't have came over this way if that was the case. Hey, wait. I almost forgot I can go to the mission through the island. All I gotta do is just walk over there. We go this way. Oops. Did I climb this? Oh fuck. Someone shot me. That's not it. Oh, that's the perch over there. Kill the guards. Bad activities. Oh, they're way over there, okay. What is this? I don't know what that's about. Put down the flag. Locate and kill the French captain. Oh shit, I meant to do that. I was trying to jump on the branches. How are they on alert? Come on over here. Not who I was trying to kill. No. I was about to say you did not see me. Okay, well I guess I control it now. I don't gotta fight nobody. Oh! Oh, that's how you get loot. Okay. That makes a lot more sense now. Yeah, that gave me a lot. On this thing up. I made that kind of easy. Ooh, don't fall. Oh. There we go. That's too far. I'm just gonna get back on my ship. Gonna go around like we need to. A good detour though. We got us a settlement out of it, so it's not a complete waste of time. What's in here again? Maybe this is where I upgrade the ship. I think it is. Is it this? I think it's this. Yeah. Broadside cannons. 13 broadside cannons. What is that? Front carronades capable of stunning enemies. Ram upgrades. Just about everything. I don't think I can get anything. Burning oil strength. I forgot how I use the heavy shot. Anyways. Got any new clothes? I don't like it. Whatever, bro. Can't board anything. Where's the rifles at? There's no rifles? I only get pistols? Alright, whatever. I'm done. Got some money back. Hey, wait, can I, like... I thought I could, like, command ships from here. Is this a... Yeah, this is it. I don't know what I just did. I just fought a dog. Oh, I got a helmet. Those are only 2 missions. I don't know. I'm done here. Nice. Let's tear through some mofos. Go destroy a fortress on the way.
Captain has to help! Please no! Catch some work!
I don't even know where I'm aiming at now. Get away from that guy. We got another guy over here. Gotta be careful. He'll kill me otherwise. Got him.
Get the mates free!
Where's he at? Oh, the ship's went away. I don't like it when it does that. I want to fight him.
Top Scarlet!
Like, it made those 2 ships disappear, and I don't like that. That's not realistic, man. It is an older game. Oh well. Run! Get up quicker. Take forever. Oh, no, 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 no. Shit. Why they saw me that far away? No! Bro, come on! I'm like glitching the fuck out, dude. I keep on like stumbling around and everything. What the hell? Yeah. Alright, I gotta hide. Wait for my help. Trying to get around that corner before he's shot, but what's that? Jump. Dude, no. What the fuck was that? Oh shit, he shot me in the air. Okay. Almost dead. Actually killed him that time though. Huh. I haven't even gotten to the area, I think. You haven't even gotten to where I need to go yet.
Men from my regiment found me delirious. I did not know who you were. What you were was obvious. I brought you to the Finnegans for care. Their late son was one of our.
Master Johnson was furious.
It was a risk, but I suspected you might have left your brothers behind.
Colonel, manuscript. Why return it to me?
Because, Master Cormac, you earned my trust. It could not be in better hands.
Respectfully, sir, I'm more of a target than you now.
Gentlemen, Kesegowaase is rallying to storm Albany. His allies threaten a friendly Oneida village, and French troops have already entered our territory.
Might be able to delay the French and help the Oneida.
We will ready the defenses in Albany.
If we are to defeat Kesegowaase and his allies, I need to help the Oneida and see what I can do about the French.
How much lumber do we have to build defenses? Hardly a beanstalk.
So, not to pry, but would you happen to know if Kesegowaase has any weaknesses?
He hasn't any. He was a scout and mercenary long before he joined the assassins.
May Lady Luck be with you then.
I make
certain amount of control over the army, or part of it anyway. But we'll need both the soldiers and their native allies if we're to set up a proper defense against Kesegawasa.
Trying to figure out the best way to get up here is. This looks like the way, maybe? Save the villagers. What exactly? Fire? Oh, okay.
Stay alert, men. Boy, hold! Time to die. You have my gratitude, son.
What are you doing? You won't climb up.
What's in the cave? Stop you! How do I get into that cave? Blessed be you, sir. Thank you.
What are you doing there?
I'll catch up with you one way or another. Mark my word. Die with honor. You there. Make sure you find them all. Kindness.
So long as we hold the old woman. Blessings on you, sir. Thank you.
Only one more left.
Hold there! Time! Ready to take him down?
In the face. They're above me. I'll pass somebody.
Venerable one, my name is Shay Patrick Cormac. I am a friend.
A friend indeed. You have the gratitude of my people, Shay Patrick Cormac. For as long as you shall walk this earth, you will have a place here among us.
My thanks.
It is I who thank you, young man. Would you be so kind as to walk with me? I am called Onata. There is a legend among my people. It tells of how the land under our feet was born, and how good and evil came into this world. The Sky Woman scattered her wisdom throughout our land. If you follow her path, you shall learn the true history of our people, and perhaps even uncover the reward locked within this cave. If you are the hero I believe you to be,
You honor me, venerable one.
it is you who honor us, Shay Patrick Cormac. Farewell.
What's in here? Some cool stuff in here. What's it telling me? I don't know why I went there. Locate the British Army. I don't have any totems. I'll have to go collect totems to open it. Okay. Nobody said anything to me. I have to figure out everything on my own. You know why people don't just tell me? Oh shit. I gotta... Yeah, I wanna get that real quick. For every perch, there's a haystack. At least in the Assassin's Creed games. Can I get up here? At all, please? Thank you. Never mind. Ow. And jump. Oh shit. Oh shit. Ow. Just a minor shortcut. My ship, right? I'm excited to see me too, guys. I'm gonna hit a boat. Oops, sorry. Oh, they shouldn't have parked their boat there. I'm trying to go over this way. Sorry, guys. Where's the docking point? Help them with what? Hold up. Shit. What am I doing? What just happened? I don't even know what just happened. What am I supposed to do? Help them get out? Oh. Help the British. Wait. Are you making me do everything over again? I'm confused. Got him. Can't say, damn it! Heal faster. Cut the flag.
If I kill one more Frenchman, I stand to be Veterans Record.
Yeah, that's right, get out of here.
I have never seen a finer band of soldiers. The king would be proud.
Bloody French.
Make this resounding victory!
Yeah, that's right, give up. Mission complete. Full memory sync. Didn't even try to. We're done here.
We fear no army. We can crush all.
Where do you want me to go now? Way over there. Yeah, I think that's enough for tonight. I think we got enough done. Save. Is it auto-save in this game? I think it does. Alright, that's enough for tonight, y'all. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. Hopefully you liked the video. Please like if you do. Please follow if you're new. I'll see you again sometime here soon, maybe tomorrow. I might take off some time just because it's a holiday week. Just have to see. You gotta tune in. Y'all have a good night.